LeBron James. Last night, Cleveland was playing against Detroit. And right going into halftime, Tristan missed a defensive assignment. And LeBron got the ball. And, basically went into halftime, him yelling and screaming at him. On court, Kyrie kind of came over to defuse the situation.
Kyrie the peacemaker coming up.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I mean, I saw all sorts of NBA memes coming after that saying, be careful, Tristan, he just fired our coach. So, there's a lot there. I mean, LeBron James has a lot of pressure on him, right? Whenever you get your coach fired, and maybe it wasn't him, but it was him, and other things, there's a lot of pressure on him to win. And when guys aren't playing up, especially guys he went to bat for, right?
Right.
He went to bat for Tristan Thompson.
There's issues. Share an agent, coming back, get a max deal, all that stuff.
100%. And, could some other trades have happened because of that? There was other stuff like, could they have included, I think at the time, had they been willing to include Tristan in a trade, they could have gotten Love without getting up Wiggins. I think I saw one variable. Anyways, but, is Tristan ready for the big? I think he is. I think he's there. He showed last year in the playoffs. He's a playoff contributor. But, sometimes this is a bit of tough love, but I don't think it's very professional to have done that on the court, embarrassed one of his teammates, especially so young.
Yeah.
And to do that in front of other players, it just shows you it's like, this is my house. It kind of seems like being a bit of a baby. I don't know.
Yeah, it was domineering. I had a psycho coach in high school. I mean, he could give Bobby Knight a run for his money. And he would rip into us at halftime and in practice or on the road on the bus. But never, ever on the court. Never doing that in public. No. that's just a power move and a half.
It just kind of shows weakness, right? Yeah. As a leader, you keep your problems in the house, right? Yeah. And you don't fight in front of the kids.
Yeah. Good analogy.
But you know what? I don't think LeBron. See, he's always been a perplexing character to me in terms of talent, immensely talented.
Yeah.
But is he the natural guy? I don't know. There's a lot about LeBron that kind of piques my interest and then makes me question it. I think it's a tough spot. I think leadership is going to be really important for them going forward because Kevin Love and Kyrie have both taken a backseat to LeBron. LeBron has gotten his coach out of town. Lou understands that he's got to be LeBron's buddy to stay employed on this team.
Yeah. It's the house of cards, really.
So it really is dependent on LeBron being the stable, mature person, and he showed he wasn't. In that outburst. Yeah,
and it's interesting because I have League Pass, which I love to death. So I watched it from 3 different broadcasts that play. And on the Cleveland broadcast, they're kind of like, ho hum, okay, that's okay, it's okay, he's doing okay. The Spanish broadcasts are like, oh, Tristan's very upset. And then the Detroit Pistons broadcast is like, you doing that on the court, man? You're actually doing that on the court? So
I know. I was saying the exact same thing. I couldn't believe he actually did that. And hopefully this is not a trickle-down effect because... like you said, it's a house of cards there in Cleveland. There are way too many moving pieces, volatile pieces, important, highly paid pieces, with a lot of pressure.
And to put that on Tristan, too. I mean, he's a key cog in that team, especially he's starting now. Is he still starting?
He's starting at center. They need him next to Kevin Love. Yeah. I mean, Mozgov has been on the trade block for a while. I know they've been talking about some other names, but he's the only consistent guy in that front court defensively who they seem to trust.
Yeah.
And apparently, do they trust him now?
Yeah. Too many question marks.